It's interesting because one of the most common things that come up in this role, but isn't clearly defined, is the line between an executive and a personal assistant. And funny enough, when I'm getting interviewed, executives are asking me this question. They don't know whether they need an executive, a personal assistant, or a mixture of both. And if you're an assistant and you're not sure whether if you want to be an executive assistant or personal assistant or both, it can get a little tricky because the truth is the line isn't always as clear as people expect it to be. And in a lot of cases, it shifts depending on the person you're supporting, the environment, and the level you are operating at. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, the line between an executive and personal assistant. And if you're new here, hey, I'm Jessica. I'm an executive personal assistant, lifestyle lover, and business owner. Here we talk about all things PA life, career glow ups, hot topics, and actually living a life you enjoy. So if that sounds like your thing, your vibe, stick around. There's an idea that the two roles are completely separate, that an executive assistant handles everything within business operations and a personal assistant handles everything outside of that. But the reality is the two can overlap. And you might start off with managing calendars, scheduling meetings, handling communication, but gradually you'll notice you'll be asked to assist with travel, personal logistics, or things that don't neatly fall into business or personal. And this is where things can get a little complicated. At higher levels, work and personal can definitely merge together, and they aren't always separate. Executives move quickly, their calendars tend to be full, and they often rely on one trusted person to keep everything running smoothly, both professionally and personally. So naturally, the role depends and expands on you. And sometimes it will expand without clear conversations about it. And this is where awareness becomes really important. The overlap isn't necessarily a bad thing. In some cases, it can actually create more trust, more responsibility, and more visibility. But it can also become overwhelming if it's not managed intentionally. Because without clarity, it's easy for expectations to grow without boundaries, my favorite word. And over time, that can lead into burnout or even feeling like your role is undefined. So the question becomes, how do you manage a role that doesn't always have clear lines? First, understand the expectations early. What does your executive or the person you're supporting actually need support with? What does success in the role look like? Second, pay attention to patterns. What types of requests are becoming consistent and what is being added over time? Third, be intentional about boundaries. And boundaries don't always mean saying no. Sometimes it's about setting structure, clarifying priorities, or simply understanding where your time is best spent. Because once something becomes part of your role, it's much harder to redefine it later. And this is where the role becomes more strategic than people realize. The assistant who navigates this well aren't just reacting to what's being asked of them. They're aware of how their role is evolving in real time, and they make intentional decisions on how they show up with it. So maybe the line between executive and personal assistant is meant to be rigid. And maybe it's meant to be understood because the lines will naturally shift. But it's how you respond to that shift and what is naturally defining you in this experience. Now I'm curious, how do you see the lines being? Is it something that should be clearly defined or something that naturally evolves over time? Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, or share button. I'm still new here, so your support is greatly appreciated. That way we can still grow together. It's a growing community, and I really enjoy having these talks with you. Thanks for hanging out, and until next time.